What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be sharing some of my first impressions of my new Super 73 RX. Hope you enjoy. Stay tuned. Alright, so first thing you notice when you get this bike, holy shit, it is fast. Compared to other electric bikes I've ridden, it gets up to speed a lot faster. Well, a good amount faster than some of the other bikes that I've ridden, and the motor's been solid so far. The bike is a blast. Like, if you're thinking about getting one, you will definitely love it. Like, it's amazing. But I am going to be brutally honest with my first impressions. You know, I'm going to tell you guys the truth with what I actually think of the bike. Like I said, it is extremely fun, but I have some issues with this bike. The gears. If you were to ride this bike like with your friends, like they have normal bikes, it's basically almost impossible because any of the riding assistance modes is too much. Like, you just pedal like one pedal and you're like gone. And if you shut it all the way off, the bike is basically too heavy to even, you know, move out of its own way. So even in mode 1, you would just be flying past them and there's no resistance in the pedal, any of the pedal assist modes. So you're like one pedal through and you just are like that. There's nothing, there's no resistance. So the gears are absolute must. They're not out yet when I'm filming this video, but I will definitely be getting the gears. It's like borderline unusable if you're using it as like a normal bike, trying to just ride with other people on like normal bikes, or even like my other electric bike that does have gears. You know, if you're trying to like keep like a slower pace, like, you know, it's hard to do because this thing is like a couple pedals and you're flying. You're going like over 25 miles an hour, and it's hard to like modulate how fast you're going with the pedaling because it's just not enough you can actually pedal. It's just, you just fly right through the pedals, if you know what I mean. So the gears are needed. That's one of the biggest problems I've noticed so far. Oh, another thing about this bike that is kind of annoying, you know, you spend the extra money on the RX versus the R for the fenders and the headlight and a little bit beefier brakes and suspension. So with the fenders on the RX, they're basically useless. Like, they're so high up from the tire on both sides that you just get flung with water. You know, going any speed. If any puddle you go through, completely covered from the front and rear, your front of your shirt, back of your shirt. You know, if you were riding this through the city, like to work as your commuter bike, and it's like slightly damp out, you are gonna get messed up. Like, you're gonna get soaked. So like, I wish I'd known that. Like, might have made me consider going to the R instead. I still like some of the other upgrades the RX gives, like the little bit better brakes, a little bit better suspension, and the light and whatnot. But the fenders, there needs to be something done about the fenders. They're basically useless. So after riding a juiced hyper scrambler for almost 2 years, I never realized that having a horn would be so amazing. The horn on this is super loud. I love that it has that. You know, riding with some of my buddies in like beach towns, it's definitely needed. People will see and hear you with the horn. So that's a huge plus. Another huge thing I like about this bike, I come from riding motorcycles for a long time. So having just, I wish it had the twist throttle, but having the throttle on the right side does help a lot. I do like that a lot. But come out with a twist throttle for these bikes. It would be sick. I mean, look at it. It looks like a motorcycle. Have a twist throttle. Other things about this bike I really like, either pressing either brake, front or rear, will get your rear brake light turned on. Let me see if I can show you guys. So start up the bike here with the button on the side, pretty cool. So if you can see, and either side, front or rear brake will make the light come on. My other bike does not do that. That's a huge plus. Just riding with other friends or riding through city streets, traffic, people know when you're braking. Big plus. Definitely like that. Another really cool thing about this bike that I wasn't really expecting when I got it was the ability to adjust the front headlight. So it is in this front shield here, but you still can adjust it up and down slightly by touching it and moving it, pushing it up and down. So that is really cool to be able to adjust it. Rode the bike at night, like for an hour or so a few nights ago, and you know, just pushing it up a little bit, way better view of what's in front of you. It is a really bright light, like I do give it props for that. It's a really good light on that. The suspension on this bike is a major win compared to the other bikes I've ridden. You know, really good front suspension travel, and the rear is, you know, you hardly notice any like insignificant bumps, you know, roots, you know, stuff like that. Hardly ever notice anything like that. You can adjust them. I think it's set up for about somebody like my weight right out of the box, so I haven't messed with any of it. And honestly, it's been a-okay with me. Super73, come out with your accessories. We waited forever to get these bikes, and now we need you to come out with the accessories. I need another battery, I need the gears, I need some bags, you know, a little car up here would be sick for, like, you know, bringing your cat or something for a ride, or dog. The brakes are amazing, brakes are really good. What else do I like about this bike? You know, obviously the look. You know, you can ride this anywhere and people are gonna come up to you and talk to you about it. It really does turn heads. And what's cool about this bike is, like, you can ride this anywhere you can ride a bicycle, really. So, you know, having that like throttle and everything to just go out and explore and not get really in trouble with where you're riding it, you know, like on the beach or whatever, you know, just being able to use it a lot more places you would like a dirt bike is really fun to me. That's why I went this route over a dirt bike. Well, it's just, you know, cost, it's less expensive, you don't have to register it, you don't have to pay insurance on it. It is slower, but half the time you're in a trail, you're only going, you know, 15 to 30 miles an hour anyway, so that's fine with me. And plus you just ride it more places. So really like this bike. I will be putting clips of some riding footage and some details of the bike that I mentioned earlier, just so you guys can get a little bit closer up view of the bike. But let me know in the comments if you guys like these kind of videos. I can definitely do more. Let me know if you have a bike on order, and let me know what you plan to do with yours. The only thing I did with mine was I added a mirror on this side here. I plan on getting another battery to mount here so that I could go on a far ride, and just in case I can swap the battery out, would be really cool. Maybe a little bag right here, the gears, and I do need the optional off-road tires that are supposedly coming out from Super73 too. On the road, I think a lot of people are misunderstanding how these tires work. You know, a lot of people that are complaining about these tires don't understand that there is a break-in period for these tires. You know, they need to be worn in a little bit. That's why I've seen a lot of people, you know, falling or skidding out, you know, on turn. The first time I rode this bike coming out of my driveway, I made a turn and the front wheel slid out on me. It's just, it needs to be the tires need to be broken in. So just go easy your first, 100 miles or so, just so you can get the tires broken in. Don't take any sharp turns. Yeah, you definitely need to break them in. But for me, I need the off-road tires. I ride this bike probably more than half of the time off-road. So yeah, I need the off-road tires. Please come out with them, SUPER73. I need them bad. I'll just show you guys how quick you can get up to speed on this thing. It doesn't take much. You're flying. And that's 30. I probably got there a little sooner, but that's the first time I looked down. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. I will be posting updates of this bike and what I do to it. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.